We're about to start the second day of questioning of the undercover police officer Carlo Soracchi, who, using the cover name Carlo Neri, infiltrated the Socialist Party as well as the Socialist Workers' Party. Then no platform, the away team, a number of anti-fascist groups. Yesterday, we heard a whole bunch of questions about his tasking, his training, his recruitment into the unit, as well as his early reports and his deception of the first woman he deceived into a sexual relationship, Lindsay. It crescendoed quite heavily at the end of the day with him being questioned about the trip to Venice. I'm joined by Evelyn Lubbers of the Undercover Research Group. Before we start, at the end of the day yesterday, I made the prediction that we would start today with a clarification statement from Carlo Soracchi about the Venice trip. What do you say? Do you think I'm right, or do you taking Donald's side?
I'm taking Donald's side, I think, because it was so cringingly, it was so awful to listen to, and he was digging a hole, and it was getting deeper and deeper, and I don't think there is any way of getting out of it. I think he wants to not go there anymore, thinking he can save himself. But we do know that there's more lies coming and there's more issues coming up.
Yeah, there's a great deal. Let's get into what we think the future lies might be about. I get the impression, regardless of whether there's a clarification statement from him or not, there's still more things to be asked about the relationship with Lindsay. That's probably going to be the beginning of the day. Then there's a whole bunch of stuff about the deception of Donna into a sexual relationship, which is likely to be today as well, we'd imagine.
Well, apparently he moved in with her like fairly quickly. And they had a quite intense relationship. Spent most days together. He cooked for her. He brought her, like for Lindsay, he brought her all kind of bought her all kind of presents. He also came in with like a settee for the TV and a really nice Art Deco. What do you call it? Boudoir bedroom thing.
Sideboard.
Yeah. Well, sounds.
It doesn't sound quite exciting, but
Anyway,
I mean, essentially, like the way she described it is when he actually came to leave the flat sometime later. That he, once he'd removed all the things of his, that the flat was bare. Essentially,
So he brought in so many things of the photo of his alleged, well, it was his son, but he said he had a bad relationship with the mother of the kid, and he was trying to sort of improve that relationship, and they put out a photo of that baby, both in Lindsay's and in Donna's home, and then in Donna's home, to his family, all from his real family, which when we were investigating made things very easy, because once we knew his real name, which is quite exceptional Italian name, Soracchi, which we were not allowed to say for a long time, but we were able to via the socials to find his real family, and it turned out that he had put photos of his real family out in Donna's house. So it's one of the things where you think, did he think he was like invincible?
Invincible. Yeah. I mean, this thing we've heard time and again from undercover officers, and it's certainly something he's put in his written statement, is that he never considered any of these things being a problem because he never thought he'd be found out.
Yeah, that's what they all say, and it's also that invincible arrogance, you can call it, sort of. It doesn't go for the STS only, it goes for Special Branch. It just had that feeling that they were so special and they could do anything they want. And we will see more of that today. There's the big rent book story that came out last week, where Carlo fabricated a rent book and got his a parent read returned from the STS, which kind of shows you, like, he faked the rent book, he faked Donna's signature, he faked the signature of the house owner, and he got reimbursed a ridiculous amount of money for those days, 685 a month. And his managers, his superiors must have been into that because it was so clear that he was doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not just the undercover officers; it's the entire cabal of managers and superiors who are all in to that corruption, basically, and deceiving of women.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen like little sort of similar things previously. Bob Lambert did it when he was deceiving Belinda Harvey into a sexual relationship, claiming for rental money, which he didn't need to pay. That it seems like they saw expense account as one of many perks of the job.
Yeah, at a certain point, I don't know, this time, like first there was the overtime, which was like endless because they spent nights and whatever, and they could just get all of that reimbursed. The overtime was kept at a certain point because it was like getting too crazy, really. So I'm guessing that's when the rent book thing came in. We have to sort of timeline all of this.
Sorry.
We have to timeline this to see when the overtime was kept and when the rent book scam came in, and also have to go back to other undercovers. Like remember Mark Jenner, who pretended that Alison was his landlady and provided a sort of a sort of map of the house with all the rooms that were rented out and the communal kitchen. That kind of, in hindsight, that points at another scam. So
yeah, I think we come into to realize that scams were a really key part of the whole deployment, and certainly like was something that it suggests that it's not individual fraud by individual officers, but in fact it's a coordinated thing by the entire unit.
Sure. I think well that's going to make the next tranche of hearings, or not, I shouldn't do the sessions in June and July.
Yeah, phase.
The next phase. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't just inquiry words wrong. Very interesting because that's going to be all managers. Unfortunately, it's going to be in the midst of the summer where we would like to be elsewhere, but we have to be here.
Yeah. So it's a full day ahead. I'll be doing videos in all the breaks. I'll be lots of us be giving updates in the hearing room. Just follow the hashtag SpyCops on Twitter. If you're able to boost these in any way, like, share, all that good stuff, it makes a huge difference to how visible the coverage is.
And buy Tom a coffee.
Yeah, more than welcome to do that if you'd like to. Understand if you don't. Thanks for joining us. We're about to go in. The hearings will start fairly soon. There was obviously, as ever, there's a 10-minute delay, so the broadcast will be starting about 10:10.
Hopefully not too many breaches today and breaks in the YouTube stream.
Yeah, there was a lot yesterday. We can only hope that there's less today. Cheers for now. See you in a bit.